It's Wednesday, time now for another Discuss vid, and this one comes from a very unexpected place, well, for me, because normally I try to stay away from leaks, because in the past I got burned, because I used to follow leaks back when my channel was a lot smaller, a lot younger, not as wise as I am now. I still got ways to go, but anyways, I know there's at least 2 or 3 leakers out there that have been pretty accurate regarding their information. And during my Discuss video series, we do like to throw out ideas, speculation, so I feel like that it'll be okay to do it here. I'm not going to cover leaks as videos themselves because chances are this may or may not be true. But then again, you know, the source has a pretty good track record. Yan2295, I know, the world is ending, the sky is falling. GeauxBurns has mentioned one of the leakers. This is one of the good ones, unlike some of the ones in the past. Off of his Twitter, the next hashtag Grand Theft Auto Online update is themed around nightclubs, allegedly. It's going to be possible to buy and run a nightclub around Los Santos. It's currently scheduled to come out in June. The business consolidation thing I leaked a few weeks ago is still happening, though I'm not sure when. So yes, hell has frozen over. I mentioned a leaker, but he does have a good track record. And no, you're not going to start seeing leaked videos on the channel like, this has been leaked, Naval DLC leaked, Business DLC leaked, this and that leaked. No, no. In other words, we're not going to be doing leaks on the channel. I like to stick with confirmed information. That's just the way I roll. Nothing against the leakers out there that are reputable, that do have a good track record. I just don't like to give my hopes up, and I don't like to give my subscribers hopes up. However, in a Discuss video, it is fun to speculate, it's fun to theorize, it's fun to have ideas come out. And a lot of us have been wanting a nightclub, nightlife themed DLC. Now, other content creators out there have basically run with the whole nightlife, nightclubs confirmed. I'm not one of those, no. It's possible that that's what we may be getting in June, but then again, maybe not. However, I did give you guys the opportunity over the weekend to submit your ideas for a Grand Theft Auto Online Nightlife DLC. So let's see what you all came up with. First off, let us go to the YouTube community tab. That's where a lot of the ideas are. Then I think we have an idea on Facebook and even an idea that was posted on the Discord. By the way, all my social media, link below in the description section. All right, so this was the premise. Coming up Wednesday, Grand Theft Auto Online Nightlife ideas. What would you like to see in a nightclub-themed DLC? And by the way, if you missed the deadline, you are welcome to chime in with your ideas regarding what you would like to see in a nightclub DLC or a nightlife DLC below in the comment section. First off, let us go with Sedan. He's got a lot of ideas. We're going to be here all day, Sedan. Coming soon to Grand Theft Auto Online, the Nightlife DLC, bringing nightclubs to Grand Theft Auto Online. Put your sharpest clothes on and get your hair done because it's time to spend some time under the stars, the neon lights of Los Santos in the next update for Grand Theft Auto Online. You're able to expand into a more legitimate business, at least on the surface. Ever wanted to feel like a king or queen of the night? Ever wanted to spend millions of dollars to prove to the rest of the world that you really are the best? Well, now you can. And when I said idea, okay, I wasn't expecting this, but continuing. Introducing new nightclubs to explore while in free mode. Much like the Vanilla Unicorn, Bahama Mamas, Tequila La will now be available to explore in Grand Theft Auto Online. Well, okay, use this unicorn as the example. So I don't think that we're going to be able to buy the Vanilla Unicorn because I guess Trevor owns it now, right? Technically, Trevor's the owner of the Vanilla Unicorn if you go by Grand Theft Auto 5. But anyways, let's just say you cannot buy the Vanilla Unicorn, but you can buy some of the other clubs, as Sedan mentioned. By the way, I think there's nearly 20 clubs and bars altogether scattered throughout the map. We'll go over a few of them in a minute. Continue with Sedan's idea. Purchase your underground clubs inspired by speakeasies of the 1920s. These clubs allow you to run things your way. Available customization allow you to decorate your club to fit your style. But the difference is there is no prohibition, so there isn't really the need for an underground club or a speakeasy. So unless you're going to have gambling, and I don't know a hypothetical nightlife nightclub DLC would involve gambling, because that would also involve the casino, but I'm sure someone had an idea about that too. Stock your club with stolen merchandise, from liquor trucks to ecstasy, to sell in your bathrooms. Why not take the illegal business to the next logical crime level? Hire your own staff. Select from a wide variety of staffing options, from bartenders to servers, who can make your club the hottest in town. New music arrives, especially for these new nightlife attractions, ranging from the 70s disco classics to the most modern hits, allowing you to pick any atmosphere you could ream from. Hiring a DJ for your club will allow you to create a custom playlist for your club. New clothing, again, encompassing several decades of style, whether you want 70s polyester, 80s pastels, or something a little newer. All shopping locations in Los Santos will be stocked with the perfect party wear for your night on the town. The host of new vehicles will be available. Capture the glitz and glamour of the nightlife with several new high-end vehicles, from sports to supers, to the all-new Albany, Montana, based on the 1963 Cadillac convertible from the film Scarface. Sedan likes old-school cars. That's why he threw that in there. Don't forget that not everybody is made out of money. We'll also be adding some broke nightclub going machines, perfect for filling all your buddies so they can pitch in for gas. Expect some returning classics like the Albany Esperanto, aka Roman's Taxi, which is a highly requested vehicle. Nothing says club hopping like a classic American taxi. Let's see, we look forward to bringing you this new update in the coming weeks. Be sure to stock up on your shark cards, because it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. All right, that was pretty good, Sedan. Very creative on your part. Okay, but anyways, let's move on to, let's see, Carlos. Hold on, let me scroll right here. All right, so Carlos is next. I want to have a nightclub where I can run scheduled themed parties and where people can be invited to play music as a DJ. Running the playlist made of many musics from Grand Theft Auto Online is licensed from the radio stations in the game. The nightclub would not allow gun wheels unless... Yeah, I don't think that the nightclubs will allow you to use weapons. It'll be very similar to being inside of a facility or inside of the bunker or inside an apartment. Weapons will be disabled inside the nightclubs. I don't think that's the case for the Vanilla Unicorn if violence starts, but anyways. Let's see, Anthony, more Vice City style vehicles. So yeah, I think this is a good opportunity for there to be some 80s themed added to this game. I just bumped my elbow, it hurts. Next, let's go to Spider Monkey. I would definitely like to see mansions, which I believe should be only unlocked if you are rank 200. For the ones who have been played for a while, I also want to see the open interiors for the nightclubs around the map that you can go into. Yeah, so I don't know if we're going to have anything to do with mansions in this update. I think the nightclubs and maybe some bars will be more than enough for new interiors, new locations, new properties to own. Let's see, in Lorenzo. See, I would love to see this, and yes, if Grand Theft Auto Online wasn't that much of a grind. Yeah, unfortunately, it's gotten that way, sadly. Let's see, King Easy. I want to own a nightclub and do some nightclub management missions and just be able to hang out in the club with friends, dance, drink, etc. Beast Mode. If this does happen, which nightclub are you going to get? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I guess it depends on if there are perks to having this nightclub or the other. I didn't realize I was going to get put on the spot on that one. But anyways, James Williams, definitely including them, not just as business, but as useful social areas too. Even if you have to own one, I'd like to just hang out with a friend and have a beer somewhere other than the Vanilla Unicorn. Let's see, Sparring Donkey. Let's see, more interiors would make me happy, and opening of Bahama Mamas, etc. Because as most of us already know, there's already a built interior for Bahama Mamas. And chances are, if Rockstar is actually doing this, there's probably also interiors for all the other places. And yes, Tequila La already has an interior. Split Sides already has an interior. So yeah, there's already interiors that exist in the game for maybe not all these clubs, but I'm sure they're going to have to build interiors for the rest of the clubs, right? Emmanuel, let's see. Awesome, tacular news, GeauxBurns. Glad you made a point about this on Grand Theft Auto as a quality of life update. I don't seem to recall doing that, Emmanuel. I think you're confusing me with somebody else, but okay, whatever. And once again, this is not confirmed. This is just based off a leak and our hopes and dreams and ice creams for a possible nightclub DLC. Okay, so let's move over now to Twitter, to Hydra Vibes. Hopefully not another business DLC like Gun Running or Smuggler's Run. There should be a daily fee to keep it running, and you have to do free mode missions to fund them, like story mode properties, and free lap dances. Well, if you, like, quote-unquote befriend one of the strippers at Vanilla Unicorn, you technically can call them to your apartment or your yacht anytime, and they'll give you a free lap dance. I mean, you already have free lap dances in the game. What more do you want? And I agree. I think that there should definitely be a different system for the nightclubs. I feel like it's going to work similar to, I guess, the biker businesses, where, you know, you get like a regular income, and you have to, like, go out and make sure you have plenty of, like, you know, booze or other you know, party materials. Let's not get too detailed about that one, but yeah, I think there's going to be, obviously, you're going to have to pay a tax, a utility fee daily, just like you do for everything else, which I ran about a while back, you know, like apartment, I see mechanic, the list goes on and on. And over on Discord, Kane had this: if nightclubs come to Grand Theft Auto Online, I hope they use stuff from the Ballad of Gay Tony. I hope there's stuff like illegal boxing matches, Russian roulette, drunk bar fights, maybe even at a casino. If they had the casino job, I would love this DLC. I hope that Yan is right about the nightclub DLC. Also, if they have a nightclub business with Gay Tony and Luis working with us, it'll go down in a hell of a lot of people's eyes as one of the best DLCs in Grand Theft Auto Online. I hope everybody submits some awesome ideas. Yeah, I think we've had some very awesome ideas. I like everybody's ideas so far. I would very much like to see Gay Tony and Luis featured as the ones who come to Los Santos from Liberty City, and they're the ones that are your go-to guys. Like, you know, Lester's the go-to guy for some stuff, as well as, let's see, Agent 14, Ron, Malk, a few others as well. Those two would make the most sense to be the go-to, or at least one of them. You know, Gay Tony or Luis, or it'd be cool if you had both, because I don't know, they're an awesome team, right? And I mean, who doesn't want, you know, more stuff carried over from Ballad of Gay Tony? There's still a few things that they have yet to give to us from Grand Theft Auto 4 that, you know, a lot of people have been craving. So hopefully this will be an awesome DLC if it turns out to be the case. Now, if you go by Grand Theft Auto Wiki, I think there's nearly 20 clubs and bars scattered throughout the map. I don't think Rockstar is going to have that many. I think maybe half that number at best. It'd be awesome if we did have, like, up to 20 different, like, nightclubs or bars that we could theoretically own, you know, in different price ranges. Like, dive bars would be a lot cheaper. Bahama Mamas would be very expensive, you know, depending on, you know, the locale and the size of the club. So there could be ones that are cheaper for people out there that don't really want to spend as much money. But anyways, I did a little driving around the map real quickly. And here are a few that I would very much like to see opened. I think a lot of these are given. A lot of these are pretty obvious to most of you. First off, Bahama Mamas. Of course, you got to have Bahama Mamas. It already has the interior. It makes complete sense for Bahama Mamas to be one of these nightclubs, obviously. See, next, cockatoos. I personally like cockatoos because I'm that kind of guy. And yeah, I would definitely like to have steak and cockatoo. So this may be the one I end up wanting to purchase because it's in a good location. It's in Rockford Hills. It's very nice. So next, Singleton's. Singleton's is another good opportunity to have as a bar. And it's a nice location, and it probably has a nice interior. See, Pitchers. Pitchers would be a very good choice as well. It's one of the gay bars in Los Santos. Tequila La is a good, like, rock bar. It's a good place to go to watch a local band or, you know, has-beens like Love Fist, for example, play and just hang out, have a good time. It's kind of like a rock bar / biker bar. It could work either way, so definitely a different variety in the nightclubs and bars is what I really want to see in this hypothetical update. I don't just want to be all dance clubs or all this kind of bar or that kind of bar, because we're all different. We all have different tastes. And, you know, you should get a property that reflects that taste. Some of you may just want a nice little dive bar. Some of you may want Bahama Mamas West. Teach their own. Or some of you may be in the mood for some comedy. Why not go to Split Sides West? And hopefully with this one, it'll be very similar to Grand Theft Auto 4, where you actually had some acts. They had some real acts, too. They had, Ricky Gervais. They had Cat Williams, I think. They each had their own little stand-up stick that they did. at the comedy club there in Grand Theft Auto 4, if I remember correctly. So that'd be kind of cool if they had that. Or at the very least, it would just be a cool place to go in and sit around and just laugh. And maybe you and your friends can just, sit up on stage and make some jokes. Now, for everybody that were kind of sort of hoping to have their very own strip club, well, good news. Vanilla Unicorn is not the only strip club in Los Santos. There's also Hornbills up in Rockford Hills. Live show, 24-hour girls. Keeps your pecker up. What? So, yes, they could also have another strip club. I can imagine the interior being very similar to Vanilla Unicorn's interior. That would make total sense. But it would be the strip club that you could actually purchase and own in Grand Theft Auto Online. Because like I said, since Vanilla Unicorn's already open, and if you go by Grand Theft Auto 5 Story, and if theoretically Grand Theft Auto Online has now moved on to present day, then Trevor still owns the Vanilla Unicorn, theoretically. So it would make more sense for them to have a different strip club with maybe the same girls. Maybe you can hire the girls over from Vanilla Unicorn. Okay, in that case, Peach, we're going. All right, here's another gay bar, the Penal Club. Lesser known, it's in the same block as Cockatoos, but this one could be like a smaller club, like where you have pictures. That's the big one. This is the smaller one. This one's the cheaper one you can get. Maybe it's not as nice as Pictures or Cockatoos or like Bahama Mama's West, but I could see some like low-end, some high-end type of bars or clubs in this kind of update. And the final one I want to go over real quick is the Hen House up in Paleto Bay. Now, I think that not all the clubs or bars need to be in Los Santos, but unfortunately, there are not really that many others out there. I think Yellow Jacket is maybe the only one that's closest to, let's see, Sandy Shores, but it's already open, so I don't know if you're going to be able to purchase that. So I think like Yellow Jacket, I think Vanilla Unicorn, I don't think they'll be purchasable, but then again, they may end up being purchasable. I guess we'll find out. But up in Paleto Bay, I think we could theoretically end up being able to buy the Hen House. And I don't know what kind of bar this would be. Maybe we'll be able to decide the interiors, whether you want to go with a party interior or you want to have like a, in this case, maybe this is a country bar, where you have country music playing. So that too is a possibility. You know what I really like? I want a freaking jazz club because I'm all about jazz. So I would like a nice, smooth jazz club. You got a jazz band playing. It's nice, relaxing. It's elegant. Has kind of like a 1930s vibe to it. But there's obviously plenty of other nightclubs and bars scattered throughout Los Santos that I did not mention because there's like nearly 20 of them, according to, once again, Grand Theft Auto Wikis. The final thing I'll mention besides the nightclubs is I would like a ton of new clothing, because a lot of the clothing options that we've gotten in the past few DLCs were military themed, and I think we got more than enough military themed clothing in the game already. I want some normal clothes. I want some new clothes, some new threads, kind of like what Sedan was talking about. Some like 60s clothing, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Some unisex clothing as well would be really cool. So that's a big thing that I really want. I want some new clothing styles and maybe even some new hairstyles. It's been a while since we've had new hairstyles in Grand Theft Auto Online. I'm sure we'll probably get some tattoos as well. But overall, I think you guys had some really good ideas regarding what we all would like to see in a hypothetical Nightlife DLC. And let me know below in the comment section if you didn't have a chance to submit an idea and you didn't see an idea that someone else brought up that you thought would be really awesome for this type of DLC. Let us know. Or, chime in with some of the ideas that you liked. And here's another one for you. Of all the bars and clubs in Southern San Andreas, Los Santos, all the way up to Paleto Bay, which bar or club do you have an eye on? Which one do you want to be the owner or a business partner in or a silent partner in? Feel free and let me know below in the comment section.